I'm relieved, I'm excited, and I'm confident. So relieved because the last 2 weeks it was a little bit stressy. It's not the first time that you have to make a finalist for a big tournament, but this is for World Cup. And we had to make some very difficult decisions, Elman and me together. So we had a lot of conversations in our office the last 2 weeks. What will we do with that one? What will we do with this one? Can we drop that one? Can we take this one? So it was not so easy, and we had a few difficult cases in our group, like Morena, who was injured, like Modiba, who was injured. So it was not so easy. And yesterday at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, we took the final decision. And from that moment, I was relieved that what we did and what the choices we made, that were the right choices. I'm excited, certainly. I'm excited, like everyone of the 26 players and the staff and all together. We are excited that we can go to the World Cup. It's in football the biggest tournament, the highest level that you can achieve as a coach, as a player. And it's so long ago for this country that we were present on such a big tournament. So I think everybody is excited to go, and everybody is also ready to go, passing the limits to have a very good result when we come back from Mexico. And confident because I'm 5 years here, and I think it's something that every time came back that I was confident in what I did and what I chose. And this time again, I'm full confident in the choices we made and in the team we have. I'm certainly I'm confident in the fact that those players have the talent and the qualities to have a good result in the World Cup. It will not be easy. We are in a group with 4 teams, and the differences between the 4 teams are not so big, are not so much. So that means that it will be a tough struggle to pass the group stages. We have not a big country in our group like Brazil or Spain or France or Argentina or whatever. No, we have 4 teams who are able to pass the group stages, and that makes it tough. We are confident, I'm confident that it's possible. And for me, the first goal in those group stages is as soon as possible to have the 3 points. Sure, and I'm convinced if we have 3 points that we go to the next stage. Certainly taking in account that in this World Cup there are 8 third places who passed the group stages. That has been different in the past. It was tougher because you had to be 1 or 2 in our group. Now you still have a chance to be as the third one to go through. But you need 3 points. If you don't have the 3 points, I think it will not be possible to pass the group stage. So for us, it will be very important to have those 3 points as soon as possible. And again, I'm confident that we can achieve that. So we need also, like in every big tournament, you need a little bit luck. You can't deny that. But again, with the confidence we have in those players, I think it has to be possible. And if we can achieve that, I think it's never happened in the history of South African football that the team was passing the group stages. So we can do an historical thing, and we are ready to fight for it. So as I said, we took the decision yesterday afternoon at 4 o'clock. We knew that Tapelo was injured, but we didn't have, how can you say it, we didn't know everything that could us decide that he went with us to Mexico, that we have to drop him. So that's why in the yesterday. We had another scan. We had another scan to make, and we had to wait to the result. So it was a little bit stressy, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So also the doctor was stressed because, yes, we wanted to have the result first before we decided. So I think at 3:30 or something, the doctor called me in my room and said, "Coach, can we see each other?" So we were with the doctor, with Helman, and with the physical coach. The doctor explained us the medical report, and yeah, we didn't see an opportunity to take Tapelo with us. Tapelo should be in the next 2 weeks, I think, not able to train with the national team, with the group. And if you consider that, I don't think that it was good to take him with us. Certainly, it should not be honest towards the other players to take Tapelo. We should have dropped someone else for that, and not be sure that Tapelo should be ready for the second game. So that's make us decide that we don't take Tapelo with us. And it was. I talked to him yesterday after we came back from the president's guest house after announcing the team, and it was an emotional moment also for me, because I know that Tapelo is someone who can change a game. He did it already in the past for us, so he could be a very important player for us, not only when he started the game, but also when he was on the bench. So and also for me it was a hard decision to make. But as I said already in the past, it's not my heart that decides, it's always my brain. And that's certainly the case for Tapelo when we took the decision yesterday. I tried in the past days to give them the confidence from my side. And also on the first day, we came together on Monday. We had a little meeting with the players who were there. And I already told them that the decision for me will not be easy. There is always on such a thing an emotional side, also for the coach. Don't think that you are in front of a paper and you start writing the names, that it comes like this. Sometimes you're also confronted with I have to drop this one, but I wanted to keep it, but it's not possible. So there's always an emotional side, and I told the players also, please try to understand my side of that. I'm nothing against you, but I have to be realistic, and I have to choose the things with my brain, not with my heart. If I should choose with my heart, we were with 32 today. I'm sure. But yeah, yesterday evening, I gave the freedom to the players to decide if they wanted to stay till after breakfast today or to go immediately home. So they decided to go immediately home. So we had a chat with every player who went home yesterday. And it was not a nice moment, also for me as a coach. But yeah, those are decisions you have to make. Decisions are sometimes very hard to make, but again, you do it for the team. You try to have your best team, and try also to make the right choices. And this is something we will know the moment we come back. We come back from the World Cup, if I made the right choices or not. This is for me, for the moment, I think those are the right choices, but this is always something that is evaluated with results, and that we will see in the next weeks. You know, the fact that we were with 32 now was certainly because last Saturday there was still a competition game or a competition day, so there could always be injuries, and also the fact that Sundowns had to play on Sunday. The last leg of the Champions League. So also there we could have injuries. You saw our Modiba and our Morena has been injured. Morena, it was in the last minutes of the game. I was on the game. So it could always happen. And if you choose already before those moments your squad, then maybe after that you have to take players who are already disappointed, but who you have to take back. And this is something I wanted to avoid. I know for the players maybe it was a little bit more difficult, because now we were here with players who have to drop, and they all wanted to be with the final squad. So for them maybe it was a little bit more difficult to accept. But yeah, I didn't want to have a situation that I had to take back players that I had disappointed before. So that's why we were here with 32, and that's why it was also for me an emotional moment to say to players, "Go guys, I'm very sorry, but you are not with the final squad." No, I can't ask from the players, certainly not for the Sundowns players, that they are already in the World Cup mood. I think the last days were very emotional with celebrating and parties, and I have nothing against them. When you win the Champions League, I think you have to celebrate, certainly. So I think they are not really meant. They will have another day rest, and they will be on the bench. And yes, in the worst case, maybe they have to play 10 minutes or what, when there is a player injured or what, but normally they will not be in the squad. They deserve some rest also, certainly mentally. When you see the game on Sunday, it was mentally a very difficult game. In a stadium, it was really, there were, I don't know how much people, but they were all against Sundowns. So, and I sent a message to the coach after the game, and I congratulate him certainly for the result, but also to prepare his team mentally so good for that game, because that was a tremendous, difficult game. So I think that those players need now a little bit relaxing, with exaggerating this, but I have to take in account also that they are human beings, and after the game of tomorrow, from Saturday, I think we have time enough for them to focus on the World Cup and what will come. The best thing should have been that we could have played against an Asian, a European, and Middle American team. You need also the opportunities to play against them. First of all, can we go there in Europe playing a game? We have to take in account, certainly when we had to play now in this period in Europe, that you have to travel. You have to see where you are playing. Is there a possibility to fly direct to Mexico, or if you have to travel first, I don't know, to another city and take there. So you have to take that into account also, and there were some possibilities, but like for example Serbia want to play, but they only wanted to play the 30th of May. Oh no, the 29th of May, sorry, because 30th is not possible because there's the final of the Champions League in Europe. So, but if you played it the 29th, you have to go here already on the 26th. Taking into account that the Sundowns players had to play on the 25th. So, you know, there are always some things that we couldn't place. Secondly, there is also the financial side. Don't think that we play against Jamaica and that we played against Panama, that is for free. So SAFA has to pay a match fee on those people. Then I took the example of Argentina. Argentina wanted to play against us, but they asked €5 million. It's a lot of money. So we have SAFA have also his limits to pay such things. So then sometimes you have to be happy that there is a game and that your opponent is a good opponent. So we had also a proposition of Cuba, 174 on the ranking, Belize, if everyone knows where Belize is. Belize is a Middle American team, 180 on the ranking. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I don't play against such opponents. So then suddenly there was Jamaica, 74 on the ranking. Okay, that's a good opportunity. So you don't always have the things you wanted. And it depends of what I said, travels, money. I'm happy with the teams we play. And I'm also aware of the fact that it's only Middle American teams or countries. But we have a good game. And that's the most important for me. The rest, I don't think if you play once against a European team that you know everything about European teams. It should have been good, but I don't think that we have to say after the World Cup, yeah, we didn't play against the European team, we didn't play against an Asian team. The influence of one game against such an opponent is not so big. It's not so big. So, again, for me, it's not really a problem that we only played against Middle American teams. I think when you make a selection, first of all, you try to have a certain balance in your selection. Not too much from this, not too much from that. Do we have height in the selection? Do we have players who are at that moment in good shape? Do we have players who are not for the first time with us? And that's also the reason why Peterson is not with us. Peterson was only 2 days with us. So I know Peterson as a goalkeeper. So, and I said him yesterday evening after we came back from the announcement, I said him also, I said, listen, I have to choose between 3 goalkeepers, Gus, Shane and you. Choose 2 goalkeepers. When you look at the quality of those guys, you can't choose, because they are in the same quality. So on what level you will choose then? And for me it was the integration. We had only one good training, and that was Tuesday. And that was it. I don't know Brandon as a human being. So in those 2 days you can't know him. How will he react when he don't play? How is his reaction on whatever? And that made me choose not to take Brandon. It's not a question of quality, it's just the integration. So this is very important, that all those things you tick together and then make your choices. But sometimes still it's very difficult to choose between 2 players. So again, I think there is a certain balance in our team. We have also height, what is very important. I made already the analysis of our 3 opponents. You can be sure there are tall teams. So we need tall men also. So and all these aspects of how choosing a team play a role in the final decision. So now I think we have a balanced team. We will go rather soon to Mexico because we need that adaptation on high altitude. Also the jet lag, 8 hours jet lag. I asked Olwetu 2 days ago, I said, how is it? Because he's coming from Philadelphia, 7 hours. He said, yeah, okay, middle of the night I'm awake. Okay, so you have to adapt that also. So that's why we are all going on Sunday. And I'm very happy again with the guys you're going with.
Greetings, Coach.
Yeah.
Troubles is from Far Post. Coach, on a lighter, nicer note, you've got 16 players that have achieved great things for their club, 8 Pirates players that have won the league, 8 Sundowns players that have won the Champions League. How important is that for your dressing room?
I think it's very important. First of all, we can say that we have players of the best team of the season. They are champion. At the other side, we have players of the Champions League winner. And certainly that side of football is very important. Those guys have much experience on high level, have much experience to play under pressure. Again, the game of Sunday, I can assure you, that was maybe the most difficult game of Sundowns in years. Not only the opponent, but mentally. So that helps a lot when you have those players in your team. And I think together there are, 14 or something? 15? I don't know. So it's important because those guys have a lot of experience. But not only that, we have guys who play abroad in different competitions, sometimes better competitions. So that helps the quality increase in your group. And again, I'm very happy for once, and maybe Sundowns wins it like that, but that Pirates is champion now. It's another thing, it's another feeling, and I'm certainly happy that Sundowns won the Champions League, because I was afraid that if they should lose, that I got players who would be very disappointed, and it should be normal. So I think I had a lot of work to do if Sundowns should lost that second leg in the Champions League. So now they came with a boost of confidence, and that helps also a lot. Yeah, first of all, Maseko is doing very well in Cyprus. So he was already with us, but that period he was a guy who was every 2 weeks injured. He suffered a lot of injuries. Now we played nearly all season with his team in Cyprus. He played good, at a good level. So we called him in March. I was very happy with what I saw from him. And that's also the reason why he's with us. Reiners he was out of the team because of his health problems, and then he had some difficulties to have again that plays in the team. But the games he played, he scored again. So you know, with Reiners, he will always is able to score. He's also a different type of the other two. So you have Foster. You have Magopa, who's more the tall guy, but you have also him. He's fast. He's really one who has the smell of the goals. So we have opportunities now. In the function of our opponent, we will choose or Foster or Magopa or Reiners. And also during the game, if we have to change something, so we have another type of player. And that's why I wanted him in with us, with the team. I said already, in Afghan, it was not the real Bafana Bafana team. There was mentally, we were not ready. And there happened a lot of things, also my problems with the accusation of racism, and it all influenced our preparation. Also the mentality in the group was not what I was used to see. And there were players who were not happy because they didn't play, blah, 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 blah. I never saw that before. It was also maybe because, the decompression was there. We had 2 years in a row success. We lived all together to one thing, qualifying for World Cup. And then suddenly that happens, and I think also in the group, and I felt it also myself, that it was, yes, we have it. And I think that was really the reason why we had a disappointed AFCON. But I'm not afraid, not at all. I not even think about it now that will happen, because those guys are motivated. They know what they achieved, and they will also have make a very good result on the World Cup. I think the most important thing is to give them also the confidence, and I think I do that. I talk. It's not a conversation of minutes, but little things. I do more with him than with every other player, because I know what happened with Rayleigh in the last 2 years. It's not so easy. He came from nothing to, let's say, a star here in the national competition. I'm also convinced that Rayleigh is still not on his highest level. He needs some things more, and I hope for him that he will have a transfer now and go to a bigger competition and to become even a better player than he is still now. I don't think we have to push or to put too much pressure on his shoulders. He's still a young man. We have to protect him also, even when he shouldn't have the performance what you all expect from him. I don't think he's ready for that. But again, with the qualities and with how you call that, how good he is, he can help us a lot in the World Cup. But again, don't push too much pressure on his shoulder. He's not ready for that, not yet. He can become a very important player for Bafana Bafana, but it's still too soon to push all that pressure and all that weight of a game on his shoulder. So also from my side, I have to protect him for that he's not burned when he comes back from the World Cup, and that everyone is starting doubting on him. I know that he needs some more power, he needs some more experience also on that level, but with the qualities he has and the player he is, he will achieve, but give him time, please. Okay. You see also how they are together. Even with 32, when we were with 32, it was one big family of players. Sundowns players, we're talking with Pirates, we're talking with... so there was not, there were the Sundowns, there were the Pirates, there were the rest. No, everything was mixed. They were laughing, they were joking. This is a very good sign. And again, I'm not worried, not at all worried that should happen what happened 6 months ago in Morocco. We will be another team than that moment. And on the point that we have to do more than we did till now. So can we make that step? I think we can make that step. But this is what I think. We will see in the games we play now next in 10 days. In the first game already, we will see, can we make that step? And this is a question of mentality, this is a question of quality. So it's not something, we did it in AFCON. And we are able to do it now also. But we have to do it. And we will see if this team is able to do that step and finally be a team that everyone is afraid of to play against. I'm a coach who believes very much in being a group. For me, there is no player who is above the group. Because one player can't win a game. You win a game with a group. And a group is not only 11, those are, like today, there's 26 players. So I wanted to keep that group together.